So, like I was telling you before we started recording, we have this entire conversation planned out. We're ready to go talking about you. And then the news about your head coach comes out yesterday, Coach Clausen just stepping down. Could you tell me a bit about that? Like, what was your first reaction after so many years, Wake Forest head coach for football stepping down?
Gosh, it was hard. I mean, like I think just the comfort of him as a coach. Well, one, he's such a good guy. Two, he's a great coach, and three, like he just aims to like have like great personal relationships with his players. So to see a guy like that step down from his role, kind of mixed emotions about it. Obviously, with our records, being 4-8 in the past two seasons, it's not a great look. However, like there's a lot that goes behind the scenes that I really appreciate about Coach Clausen. So, um, not really the a little bit of mixed emotions. Not really the fact that um, I knew that we needed to change. I just didn't want it to be from that big of a scale. So to see him step down is hard. But I think as a team, as a university, and like for like our culture, we kind of need that. I guess that's just like the honest truth about it. But I mean, I was very caught off guard. They had emailed us 30 minutes before to kind of bring together a team meeting on Zoom. And he just told us that he was stepping down and he like was choking up by just talking about it because he's been there for 11 years. So that place means a lot to him. And in recent years, like Wake Forest hasn't really had many other head coaches. So Jim Grobe, I believe, was the coach before, and he was there for years. So there's not really been like much change, and that's one of the things like why I picked Wake Forest because the stability in coaches. So we really haven't had many coach changes, which I've liked. So it was good for us to build relationships with coaches over 4 years. But there'll be a new staff coming in. They haven't really said who is going to be coming in yet, but I'm excited slash nervous slash anxious to see how that goes. But we'll just roll with the punches and that's life, you know, it's kind of all you can do. So yeah.
Well, we're recording this the 17th of December. This news broke the 16th of December. The transfer portal just recently opened earlier this month. So, what's the reaction like in the locker room at the moment? And I know you're not physically in the locker room, right? Like you just told us you were getting off a flight. You get this Zoom link on an email, and then you get told, and I'm sure everybody finds out immediately with the press release right after. So, what's the reaction in a group chat with friends? What's going on there?
Um, Everyone's asking like, hey, are you leaving? Are you not leaving? Like, we already signed our revenue sharing contracts. Like, are you gonna stick to it? Are you gonna get more money elsewhere? Is it really about the money? Is it more about the coaching? Um, that is about the education, right? I feel like that gets lost a lot. But at schools like Cal, like Wake Forest, like that's very like important to us, and that's a huge decision. So I think uh, my like uh, student athletes across the country have different priorities. Um, some of them are set on going to the league, and they're going to make decisions, their personal decisions, to kind of make sure that dream comes true or put them in the best possible position. Um, for some of my other teammates, are like, well, I have three more classes and then I graduate. Do I hop in the portal now? Do I hop in the portal in the spring? What's this new coaching staff going to look like? So, um, I think that a lot of the reasons why our players stayed was because they were under the impression that we would have the same coaching staff. And that's not the case anymore. So Wake Forest kind of becomes like a less special place to them because of those relationships are not gone, but they just won't be at the forefront of our team. So that's a hard pill to swallow. So I know that I guess a lot of my teammates are handling it differently, but lots of going back and forth, lots of calls. Hey, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Um, so It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm very, very curious.